the curses, right? Yeah, because of the curses. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, this is how how Black Wall Street, how all those black cities and towns fell. Because when you have a curse, there is nobody that is, that is out of the hand of the curse or out of reach of the curse. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody is in touch. Go ahead, sir. Right. Right. On who? Right. Oh yeah. And you see him on you're like, oh, and you just can't, you and you can't. That's a hell of an analogy right there. Overtake you. You understand? You feel like you got it, and then you see him out the corner of your eye, and you're like, oh my God, it's not. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And that's a hell of an analogy. You understand? And that's us. You understand? That's us. We get overtaken. No matter what we do, we always lose in the end because of these curses. Not following the law, statutes, and commandments. This is what it leads to. We get overtaken. We get overwhelmed, overtaken. And then we sit back and be like reminiscing. And just like I said earlier, we reminisce on old Black Wall Street. Remember when we had? Hey, you ever seen a dude back in the day who had it going on back in the day, and then he ain't got nothing going on in the days now, but he always say, "Man, back in the day, I remember when I used to." You understand? And you say to yourself, "Well, why are you not doing it now?" Because you didn't follow the blueprint. Whenever you veer off from the blueprint, everything always gets messed up. When you veer away from the laws, statutes, and commandments, everything is bound to get messed up. We bound to lose. Listen, think about this, right? How many times have we had brothers and sisters be millionaires, right? And when they pass on, they pass on those riches to their children. Then all of a sudden, a few years later, their children are broke. These curses have fell upon us. You ever see oppressors' children, generation after generation after generation, they keep those millions in their family. Think about this. Elon Musk, mother and father, robbed diamond mines and gold mines in Africa. They became millionaires. Elon Musk became a billionaire, and they think he about to become the first trillionaire, right? See how generation after generation after generation. Now he gonna hand this down to his kids, and then they gonna be the next trillionaire. You understand what I'm saying? Where we get $1 million, and it's gone in a couple of years. Our children don't have anything but public housing, welfare. This is what gets handed down to us. Because of those curses, we inherit redlining, we inherit the black codes, we inherit welfare, we inherit public housing. This is our inheritance. This is the things that we hand down to our children. Poverty. You understand? Struggling. Listen, I would say about 78 to 80% of us live in check to check. I think we got about 2% that may be above the poverty line. Everybody else is living check to check, I gotta say the majority of us, check to check. And that's us as a people. Think about this, right? When we look at it, this is how deep the curses are, right? There are no Asian ghettos. There are no African ghettos. Afghans just came over here 2 or 3 years ago. There are no Arab ghettos. Somebody tell me. Exactly. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? So think about this, right? Because I know them Arabs they not flying back to Afghanistan every day and coming back to sell us chicken and pizza. The Asians not driving all the way back to China and Japan, coming back, flying back every day to feed us soul food, right? You understand? I know the East Indians ain't going back to India and coming back selling us Dunkin' Donuts every day, right? Where do they live? They living deliciously. Like Cap said, they living deliciously. We are destroyed because think about it, right? I bet you most of us don't even think about where they live at. We don't even think about it. Listen, I've been living where I live. Giving them money. Yep. Only time. Exactly. Where do they live? That's the question right there, right? Think about this too, right? Some type of service. Transaction. Right. Right. That's it. That's it. Go ahead. Well, I said that earlier, right? That's a curse. It's a curse. Hold up. And sell you bad food. And sell you bad product. And then on top of that, they come in and open up when they ready to open up. And we good with it. We'll stand outside the store and wait for them. Don't say and call the mom and pop and don't say nothing to them. Like, yo, where you been at? You understand what I'm saying? You supposed to be open it. You don't do none of that. You don't do none of that. The store, look, Salakia, sir, the store across the street from me opened up at 10 o'clock today. They supposed to be opened at 8 o'clock. They opened up at 10 o'clock. I was walking out the house to go to the bank to get some bank statements. I said, damn, the store ain't even open yet. I come back, they open. They open when they ready. Yeah. Right. Yep. Cap, I did it the other day. Man, I told you I had to go to the court. Last. Yeah. But I stayed. Yeah. Yeah, because I had to make a stop. I said I ain't get off until a little after 7 that night. Yeah. Low after 7. You know what I mean? And we lose it. We can't afford that. Look at them though. They got us sitting there waiting. That's a curse. Where you have listen, what's the scripture tell you? We are in want of all things. We have to go to them for food. We have to go to them for clothing. We have to go to them for everything. Water. We in want of all things. That's a curse. Right. Right. Listen, it's heavy that you brought that out, right? Because CNN did an article on the Native American Indians, right? They had the Native American Indians. They did a expose on one of the families, right? The father had to drive 3.5 hours to fill that ICBM container of water. Then he had a 3.5 hour drive back. He gone a whole job's worth a day worth of job for water for his family. You missing 8-9 hours with your family to go provide for your family. You understand? That's a curse because we don't follow. Listen, America's an immoral country. This is an immorality. And this is the reason why we need to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. We need to bring morality back. Listen, you read it earlier, Ricard. We supposed to be above all nations that are upon the face of this earth. The nation should be following us. But because we are under this curse right now, we are following all these other nations. Hey, listen, with that, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I started at 7. Yeah. Under commanding General Yohana. Been bringing this truth since 1969. And what is that truth? The truth is that the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and the so-called Native are the true biblical Jews of the Bible. With that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest Officer Gabar Rakar.
These are the security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to sell themselves to the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to that brother and sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head. We'll get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3 and 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew and it's pronounced by Israel. 10% of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, pre-war office for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, Slagging. Upcoming holy convocation.
For March the 2nd and 3rd.
For Rim,
March the 2nd and March the 3rd.
March the 2nd and March the 3rd. And Passover, April 4th. For my Akim, check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to become a trooper in the school, then he should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher in the Israel Mighty. Mighty Shabbat, Mighty Rock. How about Tim Yashar Rakata? That's Matai, Saw, Sister Stan. We're going to get one courtesy salute to the sisters in the Israel Mighty. Mighty Shabbat, Mighty Rock. How small other thing by Shimmy Yashar. That's Matai, class dismissed.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under commanding General Yohana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.